Friday night, another Comic Book Invest Hot 10 show, April 9th, 2021. A big happy birthday, 37th birthday to my little brother, Little Mac. What's up, everybody? We got the crew, the original crew in the house tonight. The one and only Ben S., writer of the Comic Book Invest Hot 10 every week, where you can find at comicbookinvest.com. And, of course, Mighty Mel V, Book and Chat Son. Tonight, following the show, make sure you guys go give Mighty Mel V a follow. Make sure you're watching the show.
We got the winner of the Something is Killing the Children Art Challenge. We will be crowning our first art challenge champion. Also, I will be casting, me and Eric Hurd will be casting X-Men Part 2.
Ooh. Shout out to Eric Hurd. Eric Hurd, a real awesome part of this community, does some really cool stuff. So shout out to him. I also want to remind everybody we're giving this book away tonight. This book was offered up last week by the one and only Jesse James Comics. Thanks to Jesse for this. This is the Slam 9.8 Virgin variant. So make sure you guys go give Jesse's Facebook page a follow. He does some amazing stuff over there, including Comic Book Shopping Network. So, all right, let's get into the list. Start off this week with our Golden Age book and Hit Comics number 7, a big, beautiful red skull cover. This has everything. It has the girl, but she's like in the background. It's pretty damn dope, though.
Yeah, I didn't notice the skull.
Exactly.
I was looking at everything other than the skull, and then I was like, what is she tied to? And I was like, oh crap, she's tied to a skull. I had no idea.
Exactly. Great cover.
Yeah, except for the dude in red is wearing like fishnet sleeves or something. I don't know what he's wearing. That's bizarre.
He took her shirt.
I guess something, man. It's weird, right?
He went around looking like Prince.
It is kind of weird that the eyes and the nose are a little bit different color. Would it have looked better if it was the same color red?
I don't know. It's just an odd. This is a strange cover, but apparently based on Gerber, this is like really, really scarce, and it apparently is pretty scarce because I could only find 3 graded sales like in the history of GPA, 3, and one of them was this week
for $2,200, right? For a 3.0.
$2,200 for a 3.0.
The dude that's about to stab him, he got some real good style because look at his socks match the little scarf, the little shirt. That boy got some style on the boy. I'm there.
Well, listen, this Golden Age stuff, like we talk about every week, it's something that you need to keep an eye out for if you can find them for cheap.
You know, what's weird is because I don't really know if you can actually find these for cheap. Because I mean, honestly, how many stores do you go into that ever have Golden Age? So few. I mean, they're out there, but they're not many. But I mean, so really, the only place you can find these is on eBay or at a con or something like that. And you're going to basically pay full market for it. Just make sure that when you do actually finally jump into that, I'm going to buy a Golden Age. Find what you like. Buy whatever you like. Don't look at, hey, this is a key cover or this is a classic cover. If you see a cover and you're like, I like that, that's the one you should buy. Don't chase everything else, because that was the advice John Z gave me and Ben C when I first started thinking about buying anything. They were like, just buy what you like.
That's the thing. It's like really no spec value. Like the flyest looking cover gets the most money.
Right.
And all of them since I've been on the show, it's very rarely like some of them are like, oh, this is just ugly. But most of them are like pretty damn good. Did you get that link I sent you? For that Hitler book? The Nazi book?
Oh, yeah. The one that was on the list of a few weeks ago. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Good price.
Well, yeah, I guess if you got $1,000
to... Not me no more.
I wasn't going to say anything.
You did mention Ben C and John Z. Keep your eyes out for, I believe Ben C is doing a vintage show on Chris Nelm's CBSI 3 Comic Money show or channel. So make sure you guys go give them a sub. And then, of course, we have a pretty dope vintage show we're putting together that John Z is hopefully going to be part of. So keep your eye out for that. Make sure you guys go check them both out. Great, amazing information on Golden Age books. All right, on to the second honorable mention this week. A gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous cover. Storm number 3, the Stephanie Hans 1 in 25 variant. I think Stephanie Hans is... I'm so surprised that she hasn't blown up more than she has. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she's underrated. I really feel like her art is very underrated.
Let the beat build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's building.
I don't know how I didn't know about this book, to be honest.
Exactly.
I mean, but it's not new. I mean, it's 2014. So I mean, it's 7 years old. I mean, it's got some age to it. But yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I mean, yeah, just saw one sold this week for 100, but there was only one for sale currently. So, I don't know where these are. My guess is sitting in somebody's collection. I don't know who's selling it, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous Storm cover.
Amen. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. I think Mel has one of these, as the one and only Dennis Barger is saying.
Mel's got this?
Yeah,
and then he walked away on this book?
And then he walked away. He's probably trying to go find it, and I'm going to switch books before he comes back. You know.
Well, he could have at least told us that ahead of time.
Or he's going to get the shrimp takeout for the night.
Oh, maybe he's doing that.
Yeah. So I want to remind everybody to check out Comic Barricade. Go to comicbarricade.com. Use the code word Flipside to get 10% off. Also check out their Comic Barricade XLs and their cardstopper.com. You can get the Card Stopper too, the same thing as the Comic Barricade, just made for cards. Really, really innovative product. Make sure you guys go check them out. Listen, there are some amazing products out there that are new for comics and our hobby, and we would love to hear from people that think that there's some new product out there that they love. This is definitely one we hear a lot about, so make sure you guys go check out comicbarricade.com and use the code word Flipside for 10% off. All right, on to number 10. Another great cover, 1 in 25, the Finch Marauders cover. Marauders number 19, absolutely gorgeous Kitty Pryde cover. And what makes it even better is I love Kitty Pryde covers with Lockheed. So I love that Lockheed's there. So great David Finch cover.
Shout out to my man Ultra, because I didn't even know about this. I'm thinking I'm slick going up in the Midtown. Like, do you have this Marauders cover? Oh no, we've been sold out. I was like, fuck. But there was something funny going on with it. I gotta let Ultra explain what it was. Ultra, I see you in the chat. Explain what was like funny going on. What it was like. It was supposed to be a 1 in 50, and it was a 1 in 25 or something weird like that. I don't really know the logistics, but this is a great cover.
Yeah, I mean this Finch cover reminds me of his old or his days when he was doing those X-Men variants, those 1 in 25s that had like like X-23 and stuff on them and stuff, back, what was that, probably 6-7 years ago, something like that. Right around the Messiah complex and stuff like that. But yeah, I think when Finch does it right, it looks really good. I like the colors on this. The colors are just really smooth, and it just kind of pops.
It's just fantastic work. And I mean, who ordering 25 of Marauders 19 right now? That's the crazy part. And I like your comment where you said this book is gonna go. It's gonna go up.
I think it's going. I think it has to. I mean, when there's so few of them for sale, then it's like once everybody kind of realizes that. I told Mel I stopped in a comic store Wednesday. That was probably the first time in a year that I've been in a comic, or 2 years since I've been in a comic store on a Wednesday, and I saw this on the wall. And he had it for 40, and he had it for 40, and I thought about it just because I was like, I like that cover, but I I to be honest, I'm sitting there going, I mean, does Marauders really offer me anything to spend $40 on this book?
This is a great cover.
Yeah. Hey, and I buy a lot of those. I buy a lot of those. This is a great cover book, but you know me, I'm cheap. I don't pay. I hardly pay market for those type of books, especially that just came out. But
Well, if you're playing this game for these books at this price, that's a tough game to play in. So, but it's always fun to see them. It's always fun to see these books, show up in a bin somewhere. All right, number 9, Geiger. Number 1, Gary Frank and Jeff Johns back together. $15 go raw. You're saying is that or what's going on with this?
yeah, so this just came out this week. I'm not
I did
really
see the black and white.
Yeah, so the black and white had it was one per store, right? I think it was one per store. I like this color version better personally, but
Yeah.
I think the cover is another one of those covers that you're just like, oh, I can get into whatever this book is even about, which I'm not even 100% sure. Do you have any idea what this book's about?
No.
I have no idea.
I know
did.
Lucy was talking.
So
about
I did bring up something about it. As a matter of fact, let's see here. I went and pulled up a review. Basically, it talks a lot about them getting back together. But as the world faces nuclear Armageddon, an unassuming family moves to shelter themselves in Fallout Bunker in Nevada. Years and years later, a mysterious figure roams the open wasteland, carrying many nicknames and monikers given to him by scavengers such as a Meltdown Man or Joe Glow. And as competing factions move to survive the chaos left by the complete collapse of modern civilization, this mystery man, once the family man, Tariq Geiger, may either be humanity's last hope to rebuild or a figure that will finish the total annihilation that began when the bombs dropped all those years ago. So there you go. Sounds interesting. I mean, Jeff Johns, I'm a huge Jeff Johns fan. A lot of people Jeff Johns fans. Gary Frank's a great artist. Doesn't look bad. And I like the fact that they are doing this not at DC.
Yeah, and Patrick says over here that there's going to be a glow-in-the-dark Geiger cover.
Sick.
That's the one I was looking for, and I didn't know when it came out because I had seen it like in passing. I was like, "Oh, this cover looks pretty cool." I'll scoop it up.
Yeah,
that is sick.
I mean, if you do like pre-code horror and stuff, or all that age, these nuclear bomb covers, these atomic bomb covers, they just look cool. I mean, they just do.
They always form a skull, though. 9 out of 10 times they're going to form a skull.
That's a great cover. 133 live viewers. I want to remind everybody, please hit that thumbs up button if you can. Also, make sure if you're a subscriber, hit that bell. We want you guys to get our notifications. Hopefully you want to get our notifications. It really helps us out, and we'd appreciate it. If you love the content, please hit the bell. And thank you for hanging out with us. We really appreciate everybody in the chat. It makes these shows a lot of fun to have you guys hanging out.
Yes.
So on to number 8. Number 8, Death Life #1, one of the sickest covers I've seen in a long time. I really love the idea of this comic. I did a deep dive on this. It looks really interesting. I love the whole old school angel hierarchy, death type thing. What was the Wicked and Divine? I really like that series. Wicked and Divine. It kind of had the same type of feel. Of course, one of my favorite all-time books is Sandman. So I love that. Religious kind of hierarchy, old school God thing. It's really cool. And this sounds like it's going to be really cool. But absolutely gorgeous cover by Sepulveda, who I hope I'm saying his name right, but absolutely gorgeous.
What's this joint about?
That's exactly what it's about. It's like,
so basically, So I think from what I didn't find this, but actually when I saw the cover, I was like, I need to try and find this, but the store I went to didn't have this. But it basically sounds like Death is he wants to join the living or something like.
Basically, I'll just read. I'll do another one for you guys. Do another quick reading. It says the long angelic wars are over, but Death has been allowed to keep his powers to do his job, though under the watchful eye of the Archangel Meridia. I guess that's how you say it. However, with empathy and other moral values at an all-time low, Death finds himself actually bored and fed up with his work. Then an event occurs that causes Death to feel something new to him, the touch of the living. The ramifications could shake the very foundations of existence. So, super dope. Super dope. But, you know, they also, gives you previews of upcoming issues. So if you want to look more into it and kind of get an idea of what's coming, you can take a look. But it's pretty interesting. And like I said, I freaking fell in love with it while looking up stuff about it. So super dope.
Nice.
But what is this selling for in the secondary market? It just came out. So
15 to 20.
Wow.
It's, you know, it's from Antarctic Press. So I'm sure the print run is going to be not big at all on this. I mean, I would assume that most stores that do order indie books are probably only order just a few of these. I wouldn't think that they would order many.
Yeah.
And that's the ones that actually order indie books. There's a lot of stores that don't order any of those indie publishers at all. So.
Yeah. All right, number 7. Oh, here we go. Talk about the indie publishers. We've got Bad Idea book, Tankers #1. This is, you see the cover. The cover looks pretty damn interesting. I'll give it that. But then when I kind of did my deep dive into it, and I know, Ben, you said you read it, the first issue, it just seems pretty weird, but I'll give it a chance. Basically, fossil fuel runs out. They need to figure out how to fix the problem, and they figured out how to fix the problem by going back in time and changing how the asteroid hits the Earth so that dinosaurs live longer.
Oh, fuck this book.
Right? Doesn't that just sound crazy?
This was a Mel special right here.
Dinosaurs. I hate. For those who don't know, I like Bad Idea, but dinosaurs. No, I hate dinosaurs and magic. Fuck both of them entities.
Yeah. So it is a very, very strange book. I did read it. Somebody was asking in the comments if there is a B story in this.
There is.
And yes, and so I did actually. The store that I went to actually did have this. The B story in this is odd. I mean, I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's got like Abe Lincoln in it or something. So I'm not even sure. I didn't even read that. But yeah, there's a lot of Abe Lincoln in the B story on that. So
do the B stories show up in the not first prints?
I'm not really sure. I know that ENIAC #1, the only difference between the two was on the back, like on the back cover, they added something that wasn't in the first print or something like that. So the first print was actually short, whatever whatever they call it, not first printing or whatever. But this is a very strange story, but it's only a 3-issue mini. So that's the only, again, the Bad Idea. The cover is the paper quality, immaculate. I mean, just everything physically about the book and visually about the book, top of the line. I mean, they basically spared no expense. You can definitely tell that they wanted to put out a quality product.
Oh, I respect the shit out of that.
Yeah.
So.
But this one's selling for $50. I mean,
what?
Yeah, it's a $50 book. I mean, it's expensive. Now, ENIAC, when it came out, was selling for $150, so this is about a third of the price. But that ENIAC #2 was selling for like $30 or $40. So, but I don't know whether or not, I haven't checked today, but I mean, I put this on the list. Midtown still had ENIAC #2 in stock as of last night. So I don't know if anybody jumped on there and picked up ENIAC #2. Yeah, so this what you can see.
This art is pretty.
This art is dope. That's what I wanted to show everybody. The art is very good.
But I mean, look, they just decapitated a brontosaurus. I mean, it's really odd. I mean, right?
It is. It's weird.
And when I say fuck this book, it's not because of Bad Idea or anything like that. It's just the fact that it's about dinosaurs.
Because we got dinosaurs. Yeah.
I want to make that clear.
And Moon, it's not Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
It's different. It's Moon Girl. This dinosaurs protecting a young black girl out in the streets. Gotta respect that.
Yeah.
So that's
I
our
just-
number 7 book.
I just wonder if every single Bad Idea book that comes out here soon is going to be selling for 10 times cover price. I mean, is it just basically going to be every single one?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't. It depends for how long. I mean, how long is that going to be? The first week? I could see that. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's confusing to me. Like, I mean, you think of any other publisher that's out there. I mean, when any of these publishers started, I mean, did anybody really care enough to spend 10 times the cover price for every title that they put out? I don't know. I don't think so, but
that's people got that new money, baby.
I guess. I would think it's got to come back to earth at some point, right? I mean,
yes.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt too.
Yes.
But they say there's a term in stocks called holding the bag. Who's gonna be holding that bag?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
But you buy what you like, and you'll never go wrong.
Yeah. Well, here's another book, an interesting one. It was on the list last week. It was interesting to see it stay hot enough to be on the list again this week. But I love the book, Invincible 110, and the show. People are liking the show, and this one has shot up. It's doubled in price. All right.
Yeah. It's now over $100 raw for this. Whew. That's a lot. I mean, this thing was basically a $20-$25 book for years, and then it went to 50, and now it's 100, just like that.
Like that first Winter Soldier, $40 book for ages.
Ever.
Now untouchable.
I don't know. As a collector, does it bother you? Like you're like, I would never spend $100 of this because I could have had it for $25 for 7 years.
I get mad at the book.
Yeah, I won't buy it. I don't care. I don't care if it's gonna eventually be $1,000 book. I'm not gonna spend $100 on it. Like
legitimate heat, like a legitimate hate for a book that it happens to me a lot. Now fuck this book. I could have got this book for $10. Man. Fuck this book. I'm not paying $30 for this piece of shit. You know, deep down inside, I want it.
Right? Yeah, I know. I always wanted to find this stupid thing in a back issue bin, and I never could.
It's a tough book to find. This has always been a tough book to find. This issue. So,
do you think that they're going to actually put this on the show?
Yes.
Yeah.
The fuck is this shit? Have you seen the show?
I saw the first episode.
There are no limits.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the whole point of it, though. That's what made this comic so good. It's because there was no limits in it. It was super. It was really dark. Good shit, man. Invincible was always a book that people loved and held value. It always held value. Not this type of value, but it did. It always held value.
I know. I've got a bunch of the issues from 12 to 35 or 40. I need to go back through those and see if those are actually selling.
125 going up.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's
209.
That's the foot, man. That's foot over there. Fuck
32 bids.
Might not be fucking me. That's just insane.
Yeah, man.
I sold mine for 40, so fuck this book.
Yeah.
You know what? And I want to say something. Fucking every Friday, I fucking sit refreshing my phone to get the list. And then when I have no books on the list, I'm like, fuck this list.
I thought for sure you were going to have that Tankers book with the dinosaurs, man. I was like, man, Nell's definitely buying that one.
I think I got one book on the list this week.
I love when people shoot messages or tag us on IG and tell us, how many they have on their list. And somebody's got 5 of 10. You're like, damn, not fucking bad.
Hey, I would say almost every single week I might have 1, maybe 2 at the best. Most of the weeks I have 0. These are generally just books I don't buy. I mean, I'm usually buying these books that nobody's ever heard of.
You mean to tell me you don't put books on the list to pump it up?
Not around here.
I told you I'm the worst at this.
Let's give this away real quick, guys. The lucky winner. If you watched the show last week, you knew how to enter the drawing. So, of course, before I want to do that, though, I want to thank everybody watching live again. Listen, we're trying to turn this into a community show. We want you guys to tell us who we should have on the show. Don't put your own name down. That shit's cheesy. If you guys see another show out there, see another cool show that's doing good stuff in the comic community that you love, let us know a host that you want to see come on the Hot 10 with us, next week, the following week, any of the weeks in the future. We're going to do our best to try and bring some of those guys on the show that are doing good stuff in this comic YouTube community. So let us know in the comments after the show.
Well, my vote is definitely newbie, but I want to see on the show is JP. From JP Budget Collects.
Oh yeah, we can get JP on here. Shout out to JP.
That'd be so fucking dope because he does the 6 months later of our top 10. So having him on the top 10 show would be fucking amazing.
Yes, and he just congrats to JP. I saw he just recently went over 2,000 subscribers. Big shout out to him.
He's a real good dude too.
Yeah, real good dude doing good stuff over there. So maybe we'll reach out to JP and try to get him on here. But again, please let us know in the comments after the show is live who you want to see on the show, and we'll try and do that. All right, let's give this away real quick. In order to do that,
do you have the right YouTube video right now?
I know, right? That's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to make sure I get the right YouTube video this time because, I'm terrible about being a professional podcaster.
That was on Monday's show, right? Because I watched that and I was like, it's like, Brian, what are you doing, man? No, not that guy. That guy didn't win. No, not that guy either.
Well, I told the guy that I said that guy didn't win. I was like, he's like, I didn't win the week before. I'm like, all right, dude, don't worry, we'll send you something. So, shout out to him. I feel bad, but I'll be honest. Like, I love giving away books, but sometimes it takes a little bit of time. You will get your book. Trust me, you'll get your book.
Yeah. Same thing. Shout out to Darth Lopez. You're gonna get your book.
Hell yeah, for sure. All right, here we go. 111 unique comments. Let's do it. This is for the Slam Virgin variant, 9.8. And
so cool.
Let's do this. And if you remember, I asked the question, what was your favorite thing about walking into a comic shop? Your first thing. And here's Andrew Feng as our winner. He said, I like the familiarity you get, like you know what you'd be expecting, but at the same time, you never know what you may find. Something new every week and great deals at my local comic shop. Great comment. Appreciate it. Andrew, hit us up at Tales from the Flipside channel at gmail.com. Again, that's Tales from the Flipside channel at gmail.com. And tell us the book you won, which is the Slammed 9.8 Virgin variant. And give us your address information and we'll get it out to you, brother. So thank you, Andrew, for that. All right. There's our winner. Let's get on to number 5. And this is a crazy book. And I'm not saying crazy because of the spec. I'm saying crazy because the price it's going for right now absolutely blew me away. This is Fantastic Four 353, based on the Mr. Mobius spec from the Loki series. And the interesting thing about this book is I brought it up with Ben. Does the direct sell for more than the newsstand? Because Mr. Mobius' own picture is only on the direct cover. So... I think you're right. I think it matters. Yeah. We'll take a look here. This is very interesting. The prices are crazy. A 9.8 sold for $455 on this.
Oh my gosh!
Holy. Well, even all directs. I don't see even newsstands.
Even those raws are now. I mean, when I wrote this yesterday, they were selling for like 60 to 75, and now they're what? They're higher than that, right? Up at the top, they're like 85,
70, 80, 75, 89, 90.
Yeah.
And like you said, this was 100% a dollar book, a $2 book for the longest time. And I'm hell, Nico's been talking about this book for months on Flipside. Months. He's saying you can find these in the dollar or $2 a piece.
Yeah,
I didn't pick up any. Did you, Ben?
$100.
$455 for a 9.8, Mel.
For a
You know what's
For
crazy
a-
though? You know what? I'm not even. You know what? I'm tell you why I'm not mad at this, because people know something, right? People going with the gut. People going with the gut, because when that Truth book came out before Isaiah Bradley, I'm like, who the fuck is paying fucking $8 for fucking Isaiah Bradley? I want that book. I'm gonna get that book. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest. I'm surprised that book is basically leveled off. Now, granted, he hasn't been on the show or anything like that since, but I think he's gonna be, and
think
I'm
so, too.
surprised. I think right now it's it's $50, $60, $70 or whatever. I think it's I think it's a buy at that price. Based on, I mean, look, I mean, this book is selling for $100. I mean,
I mean, they're you can find these in bins. Nobody touches the Fantastic Four bin.
nope. You skip
Nobody.
over all too long
All
boxes.
S. Yep.
Every single too long
Every
box.
single time.
And
And
this
I
is
still-
interesting. The direct came out 3 weeks sooner, so there you go.
Ultra, what up, baby?
Ultra dropping the fucking knowledge.
As always.
Yeah.
Does that matter?
I don't know. I don't think so.
don't-
To me, not really.
I don't think
I think the only reason the direct is hot is because of the picture
Yep.
picture box.
I would agree. I don't think it matters when it came out, to be honest. But
Yeah, and it's Walter Simonson, right? So it's not a
yeah, he did art and story in this.
wow. Interesting, very interesting.
Do you wish some of these guys would do that now?
Yes,
Like, wouldn't
yes.
you like to see? I mean, like the old J. Scott Campbell Gen 13s. I mean, he did art and story. I mean, or
Well, some
Danger
guys-
Girl or something. It's like
Some
why didn't
guys
they
do it. Isn't the dude who's doing the new Thor doing art and the stories too? I'm blanking. Anyways, there's some guys that do that. I wish it would happen more. And the problem is that it's kind of hard to. They got to have everything done right nowadays. It's so takes too long.
Yeah, I wish Marvel and DC would pay those guys, quite a bit more if they decide to do, if they can do the whole thing.
Yeah, John Byrne is a perfect example.
Mhm.
That dude was a workhorse, man. So yeah, crazy stuff. All right, on to number 4 this week. Nottingham, number 2 from Mad Cave.
Son, this is one of the books that we talked about earlier that I could have had. That was fuck this book. But this shit, I read it online. This shit is amazing. I'm not
It's really good.
Front.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to front, yo. This shit is dope.
The story is
Yes.
Yeah.
Story, the art, it's just
basically
it's out of control. This is Invincible. If Invincible cartoon was a comic, which it was Invincible.
Robin Hood, right?
Yeah, this shit crazy. This shit is crazy.
Yeah. So it's like a Robin Hood take.
I'm not gonna spend 40 on the issue, but I'm enjoying the read.
yeah. I mean, this is basically selling as much as the number 1 is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a $50 book. I mean, that's what the number 1 is. I mean, that's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. And shout out to Mad Cave. Those are good people. I'm glad they got like another hit on their hands, because this, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be adapted in any way, but as far as it's a good, fun story, I'm liking it. First 2 issues, I'm liking it so far.
And I've heard nothing but good things from it.
Correct.
Nothing. Everybody I talk to says it's great. So
Yeah.
I love books like that. Like books like that, or like that's how I first heard of Saga. Like, holy shit, you got to check out this book. It's been great. Issue up. Like, it's the first book that you want to read. I love those little books.
Brian, I hate you because you just gave me the FOMO like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Off to
Peter
eBay.
Pan's House is another one, right?
I never read Peter Pan's House.
Interesting. It's Peter Pan's House took place in World War II, though, right? So this actually takes place during looks like the Crusades or something. It was a little like the Templars Cross. So
Yeah.
or at least during England at that time of Henry II, the Plantagenet.
I like to call those times pre-plumbing.
Yeah, pre-plumbing. You're 100% right. Gross. On to number 3. Well, actually, would you say this book is selling $50 raw?
$50. Well, obviously, I mean, just came out this week, so no graded copies, but yeah, $50 raw.
Yeah, that's lovely, wonderful. 169 live viewers. You guys, make sure you hit that like button. It tells us that you like what we're doing, and that helps us a lot. Also, again, I want to remind everybody, let us know after the show is done being live who you want to see on the show with us. If there's somebody out there that that has a show on YouTube, a comic show that you love, or a host on a show that you love, let us know somebody that we can get on the Hot 10 and open them up and to everybody else. We'd love to turn this into a community show and help out as many people out there that's in our community that's doing cool things. So let us know those people. And again, don't put your own name. That shit's cheesy. So,
Gary Nussler. Gary Nussler was a good.
Gary wouldn't come on if all the gods were smiling upon us, man.
I have exclusive rights to Gary Nussler.
I will say that we're really, really open, but there's probably there are a few that I would say that are probably.
You're 100% right.
Don't mention those. That's not going to happen.
That being said, number 3, ladies and gentlemen, another oldie but goodie. I love whenever I see this book on here. Young Avengers #1 at the number 3 spot. It seems like every Marvel show that hits, it's just opening up another character into that universe. Everybody is talking about next. All we need is Kang, right? Kang needs to show up, and so we can get that character going. And I don't know, man. This is going crazy. So, what are we seeing with this book's in high grade and 9.8 in raws?
Yeah, this is now up to 1,200. Now I'm fairly certain that this particular book has been on the Hot 10 more than any other book since I've been doing it, and I've been doing this for almost 5 years now. This has just been on so many times.
I remember when it was on last, and I said 500 for a 9.8, and I told her, this is gonna go up. And did I buy it at 500? Of course I did. So fuck this book.
Yeah, I mean, I think the kind of everybody's sentiment, even when it was, kind of slowly climbing, it was up to like 600-700. I think everybody was pretty much just like, this is going to be $1,000 book at some point. And it got like 800, and all of a sudden this week it went 1,100, 1,100, 1,000, 1,200, 1,200.
Is it a buy? Is it a buy at 1,100 right now?
Hey, if all these other books are $2,000 books, why is this one not? I mean, this one. I put this comment in, and you guys can probably shame me or be like, you're a freaking idiot. This is pretty much modern day Giant Size X-Men 1, right?
Shout out to Patrick. I think we also said that before.
I mean, it really is. I mean, if all these characters end up hitting, I mean, why wouldn't this be a $2,000 or $3,000 book? I mean, there's a lot of copies. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of copies of Ultimate Fallout 4. So, I don't know.
If I hadn't had a spoiler problem, boy, I swear to God.
I mean, it's one of those books that you're just like, what is the ceiling on this? I mean, it could be humongous, but or all these characters could fail. And
absolutely. I agree with Wonder World. If the Pops of 2Gs, if Falcon meets Isaiah's nephew at the end, well, he met him already.
Yeah, he met him already. He met him in the house. He was there. He let him in.
But he's saying, I guess, like at the end of the show, like if it like looks like it's going to springboard into something else.
Oh yeah, this is 2Gs. Oh yeah,
boiler be damned.
Hey man, it's going to. You don't need that boiler right now.
Yeah, right. It's just warm outside.
It's warm outside.
I got one for you, Mel. I got 2 of these and one of the director's cuts sitting in some box, and I cannot find them for the life of me, dude. I went through that. Yeah, I cannot find them.
But you know what, Brian? You're gonna find that book when you're looking for something else. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. I hope. We'll see.
Oh, I know. Dennis got some. Dennis, if you got one for sale, man, let me know, brother.
That's what I was going to say. That's what Dennis and Drew end up doing. They go into some corner of some warehouse somewhere, and they're like, "Oh, here's a pack of 50 of them that I forgot I had."
I seen Jesse is the same way. I saw a picture of Jesse holding like 10 of them at a sale the other day, and I'm just like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Who's this Jesse character? Jesse, I'm looking to buy.
Yeah, Jesse James. You know Jesse.
Oh,
James.
come on, Jesse James. I'm looking to buy, bro.
Yeah. All right. On to number 2. A gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous cover. Boss Logic, Black Adam, super dope, very interesting.
Sell it for $70 last week.
Yeah.
Who
Black Adam Endless Winter Special, the Boss Logic variant.
Who mentioned this book? I'm only asking because I couldn't. I mean, this basically was a $8 to $10 book, and then all of a sudden, it instantly started selling for $50 to $60.
I seen this mentioned on the Comics Heating Up forums, and I tried to like sneak buy one, but it was like they were like $70. I was like, nah, I do 70.
I just trying to figure out where the information came to. Hey, go buy this book. Now, it is a freaking crazy looking cover. I mean, it is an awesome looking Black Adam cover.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Adam stuff with The Rock, was it that was like at the end of last week, right? Like Friday or something when he came out with that video or something. And
well, he re-released it. He released that way back when. It's like
okay. Oh, so it was just a re-release. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I even saw that the Alex Ross, the number 1. I think I saw 9.8 of that sold for like $800 or something like that, which is crazy. It's a 1 in 10. Yeah, I mean, like, I get it. I mean, maybe The Rock is like as big of a movie star as you can get, right? Is he probably the number 1 movie star right now?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything bigger than him.
Yeah.
Maybe he does. Maybe he basically saves the entire DC universe. Maybe any Black Adam cover that's this good is worth buying. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I definitely don't have this. I've not seen this book.
I want one. But
I want one too.
I'm not paying 70. 30, yeah.
You're not paying 70 until they're 150, and then you're mad, and then you say,
"Yeah, this is fuck this book."
Now I know Mel's mantra.
That's it. Fuck this book. Whenever you hear me say "fuck this book," that means I could have had it at a lower price.
Yeah, I mean, look, Mr. Shark said he paid $2 for this less than a month ago. I mean, it was a $2 book. Now it's 60 or more. I mean, come on, that's crazy.
That's
Mr.
our market.
Shark, I like that name, Mr. Shark.
It is. I mean, that is our market, and I just wonder if I just don't. How does that happen? I mean, like, would any of us be like, "Oh, that book was $5. I'm going to now pay 40 for it instantly," and think that was like good investment money? I don't think we would, but
you probably could still probably be able to find these lying around.
I would think, but maybe not. Maybe this was. I mean, wasn't there was a Swamp Thing winter special? Remember that a year and a half ago or a couple years ago?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty hard to find. I mean, like, it sold really well in the secondary market. Maybe nobody was buying this, and this is that B cover, and it is a gorgeous cover.
Yeah, this will come down in price. Cross my fingers. I'll buy it then. And watch, this is a $200 book tomorrow. That's just how it works.
It might be. Who knows? I mean, the way this market is right now, it's just hard to predict what's going on.
It is a badass cover, though. Bottom line.
Was this at Walmart? Was this in the Walmart packs?
If this was in Walmart packs, I'm not touching it.
Why? Does it matter if they're Walmart packs?
I'm trying to talk it down so the price will go down. Damn it, Brian.
Oh man, Mel's trying to manipulate the market, and Brian's calling him out on it and not even knowing it.
Exactly, my bad, fella. Probably get a whole bunch of
I don't think
mentions about me tomorrow.
You probably saw that book during Drunken Chat, son, during the $30 Make Your Holler, and you just didn't want to spend the money for it then.
Probably. Fuck this book.
Yeah.
Fantastic cover. I'm gonna find this book. I'll definitely do 30 on it.
Yeah. If I find this book, I'm gonna send it to you, Mel.
I love you.
Yeah. On to number 1, ladies and gentlemen, the number 1 book of the week, the Berserker number 1 foil variant, second print, I believe. Dope cover. I love how they in reality, in person, this looks much darker, which is cooler. I love how they used the black cover with the white art. I think and the red, super dope. I remember, I think it was Hive Comics put out a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles variant back in the day that reminds me of this because that's what it felt like: black, white, and blood. And I love covers like that. I think there's some X-Men covers, X-23 covers that are like that, right? There's the Moon Knight cover. I love these variants that have the blood on the gloves. And this one is super dope. How did you get it? One per store?
No,
but I do think it was allocated.
Allocated, and I'm a fan of Boom. I'm a fan of Mr. Ross Ritchie. I'm not liking what I'm seeing with the allocations, man. It's like, damn, like I want to see y'all succeed. I want to see y'all do great, man. But damn.
Yeah, so you've got, first of all, Berserker 1, first print had what, 500,000 copies? So stores were ordering just truckloads of this stuff. So why would they order a second print to start with? Because I'm sure they've got number 1 sitting around, right? So they've got a bunch of them sitting around. So then the second print, why they're making a second print of a book that's got 500,000 copies, I don't know. But
also a third print, which is allocated to 10,000. Like,
yes. So now you got stores that are like, well, why would I buy a second print when I don't know how I don't know the ins and outs of how Boom is doing it, but the fact that they're selling any of these Berserker books at all, like that one per store thing is selling for like over like 200 now.
Yeah.
The fact that there's any buzz behind this at all with the I don't know if you guys remember. This was just a few months ago when everybody was talking about that. Oh, everybody's buying this just because they're buying 1,000 copies so they can get that Keanu Reeves autograph copy. They're going to dump all this. Nobody cares about this book. It was bad. People were really bashing this thing, and the fact that it's like selling now. However, he is marketing it to actually sell this. Doing the thing with the coupon for the killing the kids. Special.
Killing the kid. I love that you call it that.
The 8th print or whatever they're doing with that, and just the way that they have somehow managed to turn a book that I don't think anybody thought would be successful, and have now turned it into something successful, and now are even getting multiple prints out of it. It's amazing. I'm amazed.
I haven't read number 1 yet. I haven't read number 1 because I don't want to open up my copy.
This cover is sick. I think this cover is so badass, man.
Matter of fact, I did buy one for I paid $80.
Woo!
Yeah, I've not bought. I probably should have. There's 1,000 copies sitting at stores everywhere. I probably should have at least bought a copy to at least read it to see if it's any good. But I'm sure it probably is. To be honest, it's got Matt Kent, as co-writer on it. It probably is really good. I don't know. I asked this question. You guys tell me. Is this going to be the start of these Hollywood people jumping in writing comics?
But who else do you want to see? Reeves, yeah, no brainer.
I don't know. There's
anybody. I don't care. As long as
I would buy Bruce Willis comic at this point, maybe 30 years ago.
Yeah, there's a lot of like these Hollywood types that are. They like comics. Why?
If content is good, if you can come up with a good story or a good comic, I don't care. I just want to see it. And if this is going to bring more people into comics, then I'm all for it. Because let's be honest, it seems like most of the stories that I've heard lately about comics don't paint comics in a great light. And I would really like to see more not more positivity in comics, but more reasons for people to come and read comics rather than not read comics. So if we can get Hollywood people to come in and that brings more people to the hobby and to the genre, then I'm all for it. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of those guys that are. They're good actors, and then they're actually better directors and better, screenplay. Some of those guys are really good at it. Can you imagine like Christopher Nolan, taking on a title or something? Oh my gosh, how awesome would that be?
Yeah.
I don't know who how they would do that, but man, that would be so awesome to have somebody like that do a comic.
Yeah, I'm all for that shit. That would be dope. All right, before we go, I want to remind everybody to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that like button. Do yourself a favor, follow us over to It's Drunken Chat Son right after the show. You guys will see that. I also want to remind everybody, go check out the Bogcast on YouTube. We just had a really amazing episode with our friend, actor and model, Liza Davis, who tells some absolutely amazing stories that really some of the craziest stuff I've ever heard during an interview. So do yourself a favor and go check it out. I'd appreciate it.
I definitely thought it was Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Liza Davis, and make sure you guys go check out the Bogcast.
Before shout out to the ladies' new show,
Nearing Nirvana.
Yes.
The Comic Book Women have a new channel called Nearing Nirvana. Make sure you guys go give them a sub. They're doing some stuff over there too, so good stuff from them. Also, make sure to check out everything else in this YouTube comic community. Check out Newbie Comics. Of course, go check out Mighty Mel V and Drunken Chat Son. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. That way you guys make sure you know all the great content that comes out from this channel. We've got some amazing stuff. We have shows every night of the week, and a great community growing on this side of the comic sphere. So
it's a camp over there. Nico is cracking the whip. Dino's cracking the whip. But you can't cracking the whip on me. Damn
it. You're a free agent. You're a free agent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We appreciate you. Much love. We'll see you next week. Peace.